All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Getting a little bit better on the technical side here. Let's see, we got 5 viewers waiting. Already 4 likes on the video. Thank you guys for that. Appreciate it. How is everyone doing? See, we're 20 seconds in. I'm still waiting to see if we got the video and everything. Can you guys see the video? I'm seeing I see it says live, but it says like black screen here. We got blue phone booth. Ah, there we go. Ready to enter. Hardest liftoff. So we can go everywhere we want. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, blue phone booth, but it's good to have you in the stream, man. Thank you so much. So we have had a lot of things happen in the last several weeks, including that we just received our first $1 million check for the $10 million raise that we're doing right now. If you guys aren't aware, yes, I see you now. Okay, great. Thank you, guys. If you guys are not aware, Wise Lending is actually in the middle of a $10 million raise. We are raising, but not for equity. We would never give any equity away of the products that we're making. It is simply to raise money for tokens, actually, for Wise tokens. And those Wise tokens have to be bought off of Uniswap because it's already the supply is already fully diluted. So anyway, welcome everybody. We got Livin' La Vida Crypto in here. What's up, man? Shout out to our amazing moderator there. And wow, we just doubled our stream size. We got 8 people now. That's amazing. You know, 3, 4, actually it was like 4 years ago now, almost like 3.5, 4 years ago now, when I was streaming every single day. And then, doing that initial launch, man, we built so much traction. We had so much community vibes going then. And, we had hundreds and sometimes even thousands of concurrent viewers, watching those auctions. And that was so exciting. And I loved that time. And that was so amazing. But we did need to build our products. And unfortunately, since we have such a small team, I just did not have the capacity to keep up, as a streamer, as a YouTuber during that time. And also build the product too. So our team has had heads down building this product for the last 4 years, but now it's done. And now, we have over 15% APY on stablecoins, over 6% APY on Ethereum in this simple packaged UI that anybody can take advantage of. We've got a buy crypto button for people that aren't even in crypto that can, connect their wallets. They can, you can buy with a credit card. You can buy with your bank account with the ACH or with a wire. And we've got that now. So we've got a product. We got a product that works really well. It actually really is making money. Do you see? Now this account, this isn't my main account, but on this account, you see I have deposited 1,000 USDC a couple weeks ago. And see, I've already made $4 just from this $1,000 that's been there for, I think, less than 2 weeks. See, I could remove 1,003.7. So I've made almost $4 from just having this $1,000 sitting there. And so this really works. That reflects the 10% base APY that you're getting. And then this extra purple APY is what's claimable. So anyways, thank you guys so much for joining the stream. What I want to talk about today is actually not the $1 million. I want to talk about that next stream. This stream, I want to specifically talk about how we really need to start building our community back. Like I said, I was able to have that capacity before. When we've been building the products, I didn't really have the bandwidth to be able to do that. I'm also a dad now. I wasn't a dad before. And, I've got some responsibilities. But be that as it may, I'm ready now to commit to being a content creator full-time once again. Because what we need now is we need a community. We built an amazing product, and the product works really well, but not enough people know about it. And that's not going to change until we start up the community again and get the word out there. Right now, our PR and marketing footprints is pretty small. Like we don't have articles out there about Wise lending and Wise. We don't have, just, the general marketing things that need to happen for people to pay attention to stuff. And we're going to get that now since we just raised $1 million. We now have the funds to be able to do something like that. But also, we also need the DeFi people too. We need the people that have been in the trenches that are, on Twitter and on Discord and on YouTube and like checking out videos and like know how this stuff works. We need them to discover us too. And one of the best ways to do that is through building the community. So my commitment to you guys is that I'm coming back as a full-time streamer, and I'm going to start pumping out videos as well. What I need from you guys is to, first of all, participate in the streams. And second of all, now that I'm back full time, I want to know what you guys want to see. Like, give me the feedback, help me to understand what type of content you guys want. Because, it could be a number of different things. And what I want to know is what you guys enjoy watching already. Me personally, as far as who I watch on YouTube on a daily basis, they're mostly people who are doing like charting Bitcoin and charting Ethereum, and people who are like, talking about the markets and doing TA and stuff like that. And then I also, watch some other, funny YouTubers as well. But I would like to know what you guys would like to see more of. I can talk about Wise lending all day, and I would enjoy doing that too. But I would like to know like what the appetite is for you guys. Like, do you want to hear me talk about the markets, and where I think the markets are going to go? Do you want me to talk about my trades? Or do you want me to talk about current events, like things that are happening in Web3, crypto specifically? There's been a lot of incredible things that have been happening. Would you like me to, do some of the games that I like to play right now? Like the main game that I'm playing is DimensionX, that little browser game that I showed in the last stream. But I've got a lot of interests, and I would like to know what you guys would like to see. Live and La Vida Crypto says Wise lending content. And Blue Phone Booth says, yeah, talk about your trades and current events. Okay, great. Okay, so we'll test out a bunch of different things. But first of all, I just want to go over Wise lending a little bit. So right now, I think that a lot of people don't even understand what we've built here between this page and then the power farms. So these power farms are actually pretty incredible because they create a reason and for people to borrow, and they create high borrow demands. If you go to like Aave, for instance, they don't have high borrow demands, and that's because they're a one-sided tool. And what I mean by that is they're mostly a tool for lenders. Aave is catered towards lenders. They're a single-faceted market that's mostly geared to lenders. They're not really geared to borrowers. And I'll explain what that means. Like, if you go to Aave as a borrower, the first thing that you have to do is you have got to deposit money on the platform. And then in order to borrow, you're taking a risk of not knowing if you're going to be able to pay that back plus the interest. Because you have to kind of come up with what you're going to do with that money that gets pulled off the platform. So, for instance, if I put $10,000 on Aave and then I borrow $5,000, I'm going to be paying interest on that $5,000, and then I have to come up with some place to put that money where hopefully I can, make it back plus more. So that can be risky, because you don't it's like a number of things can happen. And that's why Aave doesn't have this high borrow APY. But we do, because we have something to do. As a borrower, you can come here and you could say, hey, look, there's an opportunity to earn 34% APY on USDC. And then you could open up a position. You could say, hey, I'm going to take some USDC from my wallet. I'm going to borrow some of what's available. I can see what's happening here. I'm going to be paying 12.4% APY on what I've borrowed. And then I'm going to be getting 13.9% APY on my entire position, which gives me a net APY of 34%. Now, 34% isn't that much, especially considering this is variable and that can change. And so I usually don't want to open a position unless I see that there's like 40 or 50% available, because then I know even with the fluctuations in the variable APY that I'm still going to have good results. But the point here is that we have created high demand for borrowers. So if we look at right here, right now, there's 229K on our platform on Arbitrum, and you could see that 187K of that is borrowed. If we click off the show borrowed, there's only $41,000 on our platform that is not actively being borrowed, and even though even that 41K is actually sitting on Aave, earning at least Aave's rate. So that's pretty significant. So we've got like higher than 80% utilization rates. I'm going to show you guys something. Morpho. Now this would be one of our competitors, right? Morpho. And if we do like not the app, but just the main website right here, I'm gonna show you guys what it says. The most secure, the most efficient, the most flexible lending protocol. I think that's pretty interesting when they show their total supply is 2.2 billion and their total borrow is not even 1 billion. So they have like a 40% utilization rates where more than half of their money is actually not being borrowed out. So I think that's pretty interesting to say that it's the most efficient when you've got a protocol like ours that has got 80% utilization rates and utilization rate for high APY stuff. So Morpho does a thing too where they put money on Aave, they put money on Compound, but those are like low APY alternatives. So we're actually putting them on good yield sources. Here's Aave, and then actually if we go to Aave on DeFi Llama, let's actually look at their utilization rates. So Aave has 18 billion total value locked. That's including the borrows. If we take away the borrows, they've got 11 billion total value locked. So they actually have $7 billion that is just sitting there, not earning anything. And so that's the difference with our platform. Wise, there's only 40K of this 229K that is not actively being borrowed in our power farms or otherwise. And even the money here, as you can see, it's on Aave until natively borrowed. So that's the difference with us. Yeah, so Live in La Vida Crypto says, I think Wise lending content so we could post on X. Can you please tell us how the $1 million VC raise gets utilized? Yeah, absolutely. Why do you follow charting vloggers? Who are they specifically? I follow them because I'm an active trader. So I follow the ones that I think are worth something. I think the most consistent one that I watch, like I definitely watch on a day-to-day basis, is Crown Crypto Cave. So it's like KROWN, Crown Crypto Cave, and that guy is really good. He's actually somebody that does trading through bots. Like he built up a bunch of bots, and they trade for him, and they're not all profitable, but over time they are all profitable. So he is, like, as far as being an unbiased person on the market, he's like the core person that I watch. I also watch this other guy called Traders Reality, Tino, and he's really good about teaching about the hybrid system, which is, learning about vector candles and all this other good stuff. That's really good. And there's a newer one that I've been watching recently that I think is helpful too. And it's a much smaller channel, and it's called Camel. I forget the full name of the channel, but it's like it's a camel channel. Yeah, I think those are really cool. So yeah, so Wise Lending, guys. So notice that that this 10% APY, the reason why we have 10% base APY plus this extra 8% here on the stablecoins is because of these power farms. Because if this APY were ever to drop, let's say it drops to 7% or 6% base, well then somebody's just going to come over here and they're going to whip open a farm, and they're going to borrow that up. Now you can see that, so right now, the APY, what people are paying is 12%. So that's what the borrowers are paying. What the lenders are getting is 10.5%, like you can see before. That's because the difference there is the platform fees. So borrowers are paying 12%. The lenders are getting 10% of that, so 90% of that. But notice that as I borrow it up, the borrow APY that I'm paying is higher. So right now, the source APY is 13.9%. So you can only borrow it up to about 13.5% and still maintain a positive APY position. But if somebody just dumped thousands of dollars of USDC on the protocol right now, then there would be an opportunity to just whip a nice little power farm position here. Another thing I want to show you guys is with Wise is our yield. So Wise Lending, if we go to yields here on DeFi Llama, it shows you all our yields. Now, notice there's only 3. It's only showing wrapped ETH, wrapped staked ETH, and then USDC, and the USDC isn't correct. It isn't current. It's showing 492. The reason for that is because our TVL dropped below $10,000. Where you can see here, the way they count TVL is actually what's left to borrow. So you can see we actually have 49,800 USDC in the pool, but most of it's borrowed up and only 5,800 is borrowed up. So DeFi Llama doesn't even track pools that aren't at least $10,000. So unfortunately, we are missing out on a huge discoverability tool because there's thousands of people that use DeFi Llama every single day. And this will come up in search. If they're looking for, get the best stablecoin yield, we would come up in search, but we don't because they're not tracking us. And we don't even have DAI and USDC listed because of the same issue. Look, there's only 2,000 available to borrow right now. There's only 1,600 available to borrow for Tether. So if we had more money on our protocol right now, then there would be at least 10,000 available to borrow. Then DeFi Llama could start tracking us, and then we'd be a lot more discoverable, and we get a lot of the DeFi people would be checking us out because of our high APY. So that's one of my big goals right now. It's to bring more money onto this platform, and that's one of the reasons I am starting up, being a full-time streamer again, being a full-time video creator again, is because I need to get the word out there. I need people to see this, and I need them to put their money on Wise Lending, on Arbitrum, so that we can get at least $10,000 that is available at all times, so that's our track, so that it's going to track us, and then people can discover us. Yeah, so you guys are asking about the $1 million that was raised. So this is so awesome, because it's hard to raise money, and it's especially hard to raise money when the market was going down. The market was it's been up and down, but kind of in this down trend for several months now, and that often makes it hard to be able to raise some money. But we did find an investor. He invested $1 million, and there's potential if he likes it, that he can invest more as well. And so that was our first really big commitment. And I received $1 million in the form of a wire to our LLC bank accounts. The problem is I need to get that money into crypto, and it's not easy to get it into crypto. Now, I don't need to get all of it into crypto, because one of the biggest ways we're going to use that money is PR and marketing. And so that is going to be, you know, we pay a company, and you know, we can do that with fiats. Now I'm right now kind of vetting companies that can do this for us. I definitely want one that's going to be able to understand our product, to give us some good PR pieces. You know, get us on Forbes, get us on Business Insider, get us on, you know, I don't know, Cointelegraph, The Block, like all these crypto publications. We need good articles there. We need press releases. And then once we have like and that will help us raise the rest of our $10 million too, that we're raising. But after that, then we need marketing. We need pieces, regular pieces, that are talking about why and how to use Wise Lending, and you know, why it's so good, how you can use it as basically a high yield savings account. Like, I don't know anybody else who is getting 18% APY on their USD, you know, sitting in their account, whether it's in a traditional finance or whether it's in crypto. That's just something that's really hard to find. But that's something that we have and that we offer right now. So, you know, you can see I already made $4 on $1,000 that I put in, and I made a lot more. You know, I've already made hundreds of dollars on, you know, the other wallets that have contributed, you know, a couple $10,000 of USDC, and then others as well. So this is a real thing. This can help you right now. This can help you, you know, save more money like right now as soon as you start putting money on the platform. So, so very cool. So yeah, so we need PR, we need marketing. Now also, let's be clear about this $1 million, because it's not like I don't get $1 million to just blow marketing and then just, you know, like I don't actually get all of it. 20% is going to purchase Wise tokens to give right back to the investor. That's how this works. Because the way I'm getting people to you know, jump into this deal is that I'm giving them a 20% extra bonus token. So I'm raising $10 million for $12 million of Wise tokens, which I don't have. They need to be bought off Uniswap. And so the way it happens is, you know, you give me $1 million, I'm going to use $200,000 immediately to purchase Wise tokens off Uniswap, give that right back to you. Now you have your 20% bonus tokens. And then over time, I'm going to use the fees from the protocol to keep buying Wise, and then giving that back to investors until they have it all. So this is something that is going to be extremely bullish for Wise token, from the fact that, you know, we're raising $10 million. That means at least $2 million of Wise is going to get purchased off of Uniswap. That makes the price goes up several percent just from $2 million in purchases, and the protocol is going to be buying a lot of Wise. Now after investors get paid back, 90% of the entire protocol is going to be used to purchase Wise off of Uniswap as well. And so some of that is to buy and burn. Some of that could be to create more liquidity as well. Like, you know, we don't need to use all of it to buy and burn. Let me show you something. Uniswap. Let me show you Uniswap. And then if we, on Ethereum, if we go to explore and then on pools, you can see we're the number 2 pool on Uniswap. But look at this, the number 3 pool on Uniswap is DiMaker. And so they have been building a liquidity pool as well, because what they've been doing is their stablecoin, the DAI token, is backed by some US Treasury T-bills. There's billions of dollars of US Treasury T-bills backing up the value of DAI, and that earns a yield. Well, they're using that yield to purchase Maker tokens off of, purchase Maker and DAI tokens off of Uniswap, and then create more liquidity. So this liquidity is going to be growing. This is the exact same thing that we want to do. And by the way, since I think it was like 9 months ago that Maker announced that they were going to do this, the Maker token has gone up 300%, and it's actually gone up more than 120% versus Ethereum. So this is what we have in store for us. As soon as we have revenue, we're doing the same thing. We're buying Wise off Uniswap. First, it's going to be to investors, and then a little bit to burn. But after that, it'll be the majority, 90% of it to burn, and either burn or to create liquidity. And that's going to have the same effect on us, except even more, because MakerDAO, that ecosystem is only using the revenue from their treasury T-bills, which granted, it's a big ecosystem. It's billions of dollars that's making a lot of revenue, but they're not using 90% of their revenue. Their lending protocol, Spark, which is by the way a fork of Aave, has $2 billion on it right now, and so that I don't think that revenue is being used to buy and burn. We can use 90% of everything. We could use 100% of everything if we need to, but I have 10% earmarked for going back to the DAO, which is basically the Wise R token holders as well. So this stuff is pretty important. We still have the contract, Sabrina, that can place articles on big mediums. Okay, yeah. Okay, so sorry. Back to what we're using the money for. So first of all, effectively it's 800,000, and because 200,000 is immediately going back to the investor in the form of Wise tokens. So we have like 800K in the bank, and then we're going to use that to start some massive marketing and PR, among other things as well. We also have the payroll. But that's only like 200K per year. So we still need to raise some more money so that we have an actual treasury that will sustain us for years and years to come. But we have enough money now to have a badass marketing campaign, which is the most important thing, and to do liquidity incentives as well. So from that, we're also going to do that airdrop. When you see this purple bubble and you see it says 20% sats multiplier and then earn 10x Wise points, well, those Wise points are eventually going to be turned to an airdrop. Airdrop, it's going to be Wise tokens. So Wise tokens, they need to be bought at some point, and so some of the money is going to be used for that as well too. So liquidity incentives and a badass marketing program are like the things at the forefront. But guys, we're going to be raising a lot more money. We're building a treasury right now. If you look at Aave, I think they've got like a $50 million treasury right now. And okay, that's a token, not the protocol. But yeah, if you look at DeFi Llama and if you look at the stats there, they've got like $50 million in crypto just sitting there as a reserve to be able to do what they need to do with it. We're going to do some of the same things. So yeah, definitely have got some big plans for marketing. There's a whole lot of things. Like there's so many things that can be done. Like we're talking about writing books about DeFi to help us get on TV, for instance. We're talking about onboarding whole networks of family offices. I mean, there's just so much that's going on right now. Is it hard to get more into crypto because of Operation Choke Points? I'm not sure what Operation Choke Point is. Maybe you can give me some more info on that, and I could help you out. But yeah. So let me take a break from Wise Lending for a second, because people asked about my my market sentiments. So during my last live stream, I was expecting Ethereum to go to Bitcoin to go to $70,000, which it did just barely, and then it started this massive drop, capitulation to actually under $50,000. Now we've recovered somewhat from that. And the market's really bullish again. But honestly, I've got no active trades right now, and I'm just kind of waiting, because I think very easily the markets could roll over again, and then we could go to like 44,000 or even 40,000 from here. Like that's definitely a scenario that could absolutely happen. There's been all this talk of recession and, you know, markets not doing that good. And so I think that's a legitimate scare right now. And that's something that could definitely come into fruition. And then the opposite side of that is that we just kind of like, you know, chug on up. Like I don't think we're going to shoot straight up from here for sure. I think the best case scenario is probably, you know, just kind of digging ourselves out of this hole until we reach, you know, $70,000 again. And then I think people start to get really excited after that. But that could take, you know, another month or two for sure. So these moves don't always happen fast. And there was a lot of damage that was done by this crash. You know, this crash, not a lot of people were expecting it to be this deep. And as far as like technically, if you're like a TA person, this has done a lot of damage to the technical analysis. So that needs to be repaired for sure. With Ethereum, I mean, same thing, basically. Bitcoin leads the market. But one thing I've noticed about Ethereum is that, you know, it's not doing so well relative to Bitcoin and relative to Solana. And I think that could mark an opportunity because, you know, like I go on Twitter nowadays and I see nothing but like FUD for Ethereum. And you know, people really just having this negative sentiment towards Ethereum. Ethereum is still huge. Ethereum is still the biggest by far, you know, blockchain aside from Bitcoin. It has such a deep ecosystem, and you know, that's not going away. It's also the most decentralized blockchain out there, and that's something that's extremely valuable. You know, there's some news that came out lately about wrapped Bitcoin. You guys know wrapped Bitcoin? Wrapped Bitcoin is how you can get Bitcoin on Ethereum. It's wrapped Bitcoin. And it's not completely decentralized. It's not perfectly decentralized. There are custodians for that actual Bitcoin that could, you know, rug pull. But they've had the monopoly on wrapped Bitcoin for years. There's been other, like I remember a couple other companies that were like trying to compete, but no. Wrapped Bitcoin has been the only Bitcoin that you can get on the Ethereum blockchain for the longest time. But now, businesses, like, things are changing hands. And the recent news is that Justin Sun, who's, you know, the founder of Tron, who's kind of like not that trustworthy of a character for many different reasons. He's got a long history. He has, like, now he's going to have either partial or full control over the custodians that are, you know, taking care of the actual Bitcoin, you know, taking custody of that Bitcoin that represents the wrapped Bitcoin. So MakerDAO is even delisting wrapped Bitcoin from their ecosystem, which I think is hugely significant. So now there's new players coming to the table, and you know, there's this thing called T Bitcoin or something that might be a good one. But the point is, decentralization really matters, and Solana is not decentralized. Most layer 2s are not fully decentralized, but Ethereum mainnet is very decentralized, incredibly decentralized. You could arguably say it's more decentralized, like stronger in ways than Bitcoin is decentralized. So I think that's really significant. And I like my long-term prospects for Ethereum are still huge. Like I'm still expecting Ethereum to do very well, even if it does take longer. Like Ethereum's going to be just fine. Now, if that ever were not the case, if like 5 years from now, Ethereum's just not even on the scene anymore, that's fine. By that time, we'll have revenue. We can use our revenue to build liquidity pools anywhere we want. So we got this liquidity pool. We built it with zero revenue because we integrated this as part of our token sale. We'd had our token sale, and instead of you know, keeping the money for myself, like I could have, we used it all for liquidity. And so we created something that is bigger even than a multi-billion-dollar company can do in years and years worth of time. But And you know, that's really important. But once we do have the revenue, we can go create a Wise Solana pair, a Wise Bitcoin pair. You know, we can create any liquidity we want with revenue, and all of that can also be backing Wise tokens. So I think 10 years in the future, 20 years in the future, Wise is not only going to be backed by ETH, but it's going to be backed by Bitcoin. It's going to be backed by other, you know, really solid coins as well. But I also think that Ethereum was the right choice, and that Ethereum is going to do really, really well for years to come. Ren BTC is a decentralized alternative to wrapped Bitcoin. I have heard about that. I've definitely heard about Ren BTC. It's just, I think they're so much smaller than wrapped Bitcoin. But you know, maybe that changes like in light of the recent news. So yeah, those are my market thoughts. Let me know what else, guys, because you know, you can just consider this a you know, anytime I'm live streaming, feel free to shoot questions. I want to engage with you guys, and mostly I'm looking for feedback on what kind of content that you guys want to see specifically, on, you know, feedback on how I can make my streams better. And you know, I'm doing this for you guys, and I want to know what you guys want. So I'm going to make it, like, I'm making the commitment. It's been really hard. I've been telling you guys I'm coming back, you know, full time for like 2 months now. And it's really hard to, it's been really hard to just kind of pull the trigger on that, given all my other responsibilities. But, you know, I'm at the point right now where I can do it. You know, the last 2-3 weeks is what was difficult for me to do anything, because I didn't even have my bank account set up for the LLC. And so, you know, somebody wanted to send me $1 million and don't even have the, you know, LLC bank account set up. So I was, you know, scrambling to do everything I needed there. But now I'm cruising. Now we're good. And I want to be streaming at least 3 times a week. You know, I don't want to make promises I can't keep, but I'm going to try to stream every single weekday. So Monday through Friday, that's 5 times a week. And then maybe on the weekends if I can too. So I'm going to do it. And I want to know like how to become better, what you guys are looking for. And just know that, you know, I'm willing to put in the effort. So hopefully you guys are you know, willing to watch as well. I think it's so necessary for us to have a community, and there's really no better way than to you know, have a community through like streaming, like myself, because, you know, through the chats on streams, that's how we can all connect. And you know, something that you can count on, that could be there, you know, 3 times a week, or maybe even 6 times a week. You know, that's how we really build. And what better community could we create than on a platform that's actually making people real money? Like, this is so much better than a meme coin, because a meme coin, you know, it's so dictated by price. It's so dictated by price. Whereas we have a platform that's actually giving like high yield, and this high yield isn't going away. Like, even in a bear market, you should be at least like 8 to 10% APY. Even in the lowest of bear markets, you're still going to have demand. You're still going to have yield. So this is a type of community that can be very sticky, that can grow. And also specifically, what I'm looking for is, like, this is the Wise Army, right? So I'm looking for some soldiers who want to create a referral system using the Wise Lending platform. Because no joke, guys, this is a platform that can earn you a living wage for just, you know, onboarding a couple $1 million worth of referrals. And you're not even convincing someone to buy. Like, I just convinced someone to take $1 million and put it into basically my company specifically, where if this doesn't work out, they don't get their money back. You guys just have to convince somebody to put $1 million on this platform where their money isn't locked, and it earns them best in class APY, and there's not that risk of you know, it not working out. If it doesn't work out, you just move your money somewhere else. But it's working out just fine right now, and I don't see any reason that would change. So you know, I'm going to raise $10 million, which is actually convincing people to purchase something that's risky for them. They don't know if I'm going to make it. They don't know if I'm going to be able to bring this platform to success. All you guys have to do is convince someone to put money on a platform where they're going to be earning money. It's very low risk as far as them, you know, losing money. They're not going to lose the money, and you get to earn a slice of the fees that they create when they put money on the platform. So very, very cool. All right, what are people saying here? Other solid coins like Cardano as well as in the future. You know, if so right now Cardano doesn't really have a deep ecosystem. So what I mean by that is, you know, liquidity on dexes, transactions, you know, things to do. There, it's just not there yet. But you know, once, you know, maybe Cardano will be there in the future. You know, they've been building a really long time. Charles Hoskinson, you know, one of the founders of Ethereum. So you know, he's not dumb. He's a smart guy, and there's a lot of smart people working on Cardano. So maybe that'll work out. Just like, you know, Polkadot, where you got this other guy who was also a co-founder of Ethereum. Who you know, doing the Polkadot chain. You know, maybe these work out, maybe they don't. If they do work out, yeah, we can build Wise liquidity there too, and anywhere else where we want to. Yeah, the bank's not allowing crypto purchases is a choke point in the operation. Yeah, you know what? Live in La Vida Crypto. That's actually what the problem I'm facing right now. Is that you know, that $1 million that came into my bank wouldn't allow me to convert that into crypto right away. So now I've got to put it into another bank that's more crypto friendly. I started an account with Mercury, which is a crypto friendly bank. But yeah, that's like, I definitely am encouraging people that want to invest in crypto. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What other questions do you guys have? We've been going here for 45 minutes. I'll do another few minutes just to talk to people. We've got 15 concurrent viewers now, so that's great. If you guys weren't here during the beginning of the stream, basically I'm making a commitment to be a full-time streamer, a full-time content creator again, because I know it's so important to build this community. For the last, you know, 3.5 years, I've been working on the tech, you know, building the actual products, but our product is pretty much done right now. You know, like there's always stuff that we could build and make it better, but it's working. It's ready right now to receive a ton of money. So now I'm making this transition. I'm making this transition to be here for you guys. I want to show you guys how to create wealth. I want to show, like, I want every single person who's here, who's, you know, a soldier in the Wise Army, to have millions of dollars in referrals. And I want them to be earning thousands of dollars per month. So that's the dream, guys. And it's not too far away for us to achieve. Like literally, if today somebody just decided to click on your link and then put $5 million on the platform, you would be earning thousands of dollars per month in referral fees. It's just that easy. So, you know, we got a pretty sweet platform, and built into the fabric of it is this referral program. Now, guys, there's no better time than now to be referring people to Wise, because I will have you know that once I'm done raising my $10 million, the majority of the fees on the platform are like have to be going to paying back those investors. Right now, 100% of the revenue of the platform is going back to refers. So take advantage of the time now. You know, once investors are paid back, then we can go back to everything or almost everything going to refers once again. But you know what, you know, after I raise that $10 million, which might be at the end of September, might take until the end of December to do so, then the protocol's got to be, you know, using a big chunk of revenue to pay that back. But from now until then, it's free game. There's 100% of the revenue that the protocol makes is going to refers and refers only. So that's important. If you can talk a little more about the points for content, I don't know. Explain what their value or how they can be converted. How what can be converted? Wise and Wiser. Are you talking about like converting fiat into crypto, or are you talking about converting people into using the platform? So I was just having a conversation with a guy the other day that has got $15,000 in a JP Morgan Chase account. He's earning 4.77% APY. And so I simply just brought him to my platform. I said, hey, look, you're going to be earning 18% APY here, which is more than 3 times what you're earning JP Morgan Chase. You've got the same risk profile because you're using USDC. So that is pegged to the US dollar. So there's not really much of a difference between $15,000 in your bank account and 15,000 USDC, except that here on our platform, you'd be earning 18% APY. That's hundreds of dollars per month. That's huge. That's a big, big, big difference. So this is really all you need to show people. And then besides that, you just need to explain to them how they get money on the platform, which is, creates a wallet or a MetaMask wallet, Rabby wallet. They just need to have their own crypto wallet where they have custody of their funds. And then once they connect it to our platform, you just dump the crypto in here where it's not locked. See, I got 1,004 USDC here. If I wanted, I could remove that right now. It's not locked. By the way, I only put 1,000 on here just a little over a week ago, and it's already made this extra money. That's that base 10% APY that I'm getting. And then once this airdrop is ready, the purple APY, I can go to the Athena protocol and go claim my extra APY there in tokens. So yeah, it's very simple. And I would recommend, using it personally. I've got like 5 wallets now that are using this platform in one way or another, either with stable, either the regular lend borrow side, or have positions open with the power farms, or both. And this protocol can literally change your life. Like, how many of you, your life would be changed if you were earning $5,000 a month passively from just referrals that you made? And who knows how long it takes you to get those referrals? Let's say it takes you a year or 2 years or 3 years. Does it really matter if, for the rest of the foreseeable future, as long as those guys have money on the platform, you're earning $5,000 a month plus? That's what I'm going after. When community meme coin paired with Wise? Anybody can pair any token with Wise. You could, we're not going to make a meme coin for our community because we have Wise token. But you could go pair Wise with Dog Whiff Hat if you want to, or something like that. Nobody's stopping that. Of course, if it's on Solana, then it'd be harder. But a cool marketing campaign and a take action slogan will do it, from Raymond Dawkins. Yeah, I totally agree. I haven't had the deep enough pockets to be able to do like PR and marketing and pay the developers, but now I do. Now that we have this investor, and we're going to even be raising more money, so you're going to be seeing a lot of PR about Wise, more articles, and eventually some hardcore marketing. And we need to pair that with the content that I'm creating here on YouTube, and on X too, with a growing community. Because right now we're down to like a bare bones community. We need to bring that frothiness back, and we need to bring that excitement back, and we can do that right now because of the referral program and how exciting that is. Most people lose their money in meme coins, But if they just put their savings on Wise Lending, they're going to be earning money every single day. Like I just showed you, you start earning money immediately. As soon as you deposit onto the platform, you just start earning immediately. Peter, how large do you see the community growing, and within what time frame? I see Discord and the Wise YouTube channels being excellent places for people to plug in and learn and grow. So, I mean, it really depends because you know, we blew up really big as a community in a couple months time frame during the 50-day auction, right? And I think that if we get a couple good refers, which is some of them could be looking at me right now, it's you guys. If we get a couple good refers, well, then they're going to do their own marketing and you know, make their own flyers and like tell, like when they see how easy it is. Like to me, I've tried to eliminate all the rough spots, because all you have to do is have a crypto wallet and have crypto, and then you just connect your crypto wallet to app.wiselending.com on Arbitrum, and then you put that money, you deposit it onto the platform. That's literally all you have to do. And then as a referrer, all you have to do is, before you do those steps, you give them your referral link, and then all that user has to do is sign the message saying, yes, I want to join your referral network and earn 10% more Wise points. That seems incredibly easy to me. So once people realize there's really no hurdles whatsoever. Oh, I'm not in crypto. Okay, sure. Show them my 3-minute video on how to set up a MetaMask wallet. You can do it in 3 minutes. Okay. Oh, now I only have fiat. I don't have crypto. Okay, well, we got a buy crypto button right here where you can literally buy crypto with a credit card or connect to your bank account. So I've eliminated all the obstacles that you could ever ask for. I have a product that is earning high yield 3 times better than you'll ever see it in a you know, investment account. It's better than having your money on Coinbase. You get less than 5% APY for you know, staking USDC on Coinbase. You're getting over 3 times that here. So this is, you know, I've created an amazing product. There's no reason that if everybody in the world knew about this product, there's no reason that they wouldn't use it. There's not really a drawback. This is incredibly safe. We've got all these audits here to prove that. This is over $450,000 worth of audits and a $100,000 active bug bounty as well. And this is real. Like you can see right here, I put $1,000 just over a week ago. It's $1,004 now. And you know, it will continue to grow. All right. What other questions? We should look into dropping on Blast. Maybe so, but I think we really need to build on Arbitrum and Ethereum first. Like if once we have like 5 million plus on Ethereum and Arbitrum, then sure. Sure. But right now we need to really improve our base. And our base is really on Arbitrum right now. Like, if some of you guys weren't watching, it's really important right now that our available funds is at least $10,000 available. See, we even dropped below on USDC. There's only 5,800 available. The reason we need to have at least $10,000 in each pool is because of DeFi Llama. So DeFi Llama, there's thousands of people looking on DeFi Llama every single day. And if we go to DeFi, wait a second. And go to the right page on DeFi Llama. So if we go to yields, you can see our yields page, it only has 3. And that's because there's not enough money on our protocol yet. And this one stopped tracking when we dropped below 10,000 TVL. Now we have got 49,800 total, but most of it's borrowed out, and they track TVL by what's available to borrow. So we only have 5,800 available to borrow. So even though we have over 10% APY on DeFi Llama, it's showing 4.92% APY because that's what it was temporarily when we dropped below 10,000 and they stopped tracking us. So we desperately need more money on Wise Lending right now if only to just get that $10,000 available so that DeFi Llama will start tracking our pools, because this is a huge way that people discover other, new protocols. You can literally search on DeFi Llama for, best stablecoins yield, and at 10% base with 8% bonus, that puts us in, one of the best ways that, things that you can do to earn with your USDC. So that's super important. Assuming there's 20 million TVL in Wise lending soon, how quickly could Wise grow to $3 from buy and burn? Okay, so I think that you're not understanding that it's not going to be like, Wise isn't going to go to $3 or $5 or $10 just from revenue in Wise lending, because there's going to be a lot of people that front run that revenue. So the revenue on Wise lending, $20 million total value locked, that's going to be earning like $300K per year, right? So $300K in revenue per year. So that $300K is not going to pump Wise to $3, but all the other people in our community and the ones that are joining our community and understanding how our stuff works are going to realize that that's 300K that's going to be buying Wise is going to grow. Like Aave, for instance, has got 18 billion on their platform. They make $40 million per month, not per year, per month. So that's going to be like, that's going to be huge. People are going to compare us to Aave, compare us to Spark Protocol with MakerDAO, and they're going to realize that as soon as they realize that we're not VC owned and that we're using 90% of our revenue to buy and burn, that a ton of people are going to front run that. So I think that TVL is important, but understand why it's important. It's not important because the revenue is going to automatically, bring us above $3. It's important because as soon as people realize that Wise lending is going to work and that people are going to use it and that it's going to grow, people are going to front run Wise token out to wazoo because of that. Not to mention this $10 million I'm raising is all going to be in Wise token, and all the money has to come off Uniswap. So it's going to be a lot of retail buys that bring Wise up to $3, not just the revenue from the protocol. Because if you think people are just going to sit on the sidelines and watch Wise lending grow to 20 million TVL, 100 million, 500 million, 1 billion TVL, you think they're just going to sit on the sidelines as Wise token goes up slowly? No, I don't think so. They're going to front run that stuff, especially once they realize that we raised $10 million and that $12 million is going to have to be purchased off of the exchange because Wise token is fully diluted and there's no free lunch. There's no free chicken. It's all fair and everything has to be purchased off of Uniswap. So very, very important there. Ethereum going to 20K will probably put Wise over $1. Actually, Ethereum would only have to reach $14,000 to bring Wise to $1. Even better than you thought. In DeFi Llama, when searching lending, Wise lending shows up second in results there. Yeah, very cool. Yep. So that's good that it shows up in results. And, I'm really glad that we're listed on DeFi Llama. But what's more important is that the APY show up and show up correctly. And right now, we don't have the APY feed showing up for USDT and DAI because there's not enough money in the pool. And the USDC one stopped working because we fell below $10,000 available in the pool. So that's super unfortunate. And we need to get more money on the protocol so that we have that $10,000 available as soon as humanly possible. Because we're like every day, there's thousands of users looking at DeFi Llama and they're missing out on discovering us. So that's a huge goal of mine. When I raise this $10 million, this treasury, most of it's going to sit on Wise lending too. So if by the time I raise $10 million, we still don't have a lot of TVL, I'm gonna fix that. Like I'm gonna be putting millions of dollars on the platform because why not? Where else should our treasury sit? Should it just sit in a wallet earning nothing? No, it should sit on Wise lending and start earning money. Is there a way that we could calculate it and just do some math for fun? Like ETH at 20K, 50K, be able to tell what Wise would be? Yeah. So I already did the calculations. Wise, or excuse me, Ethereum at $14,000 would mean Wise is $1, back up to our all-time high. Live in La Vida Crypto says in 12 months, we will have the money ourselves from our bags exploding to liquefy Wise lending. That's a great sentiment, and I think that's a good place to end this one. So guys, this, like, I'm putting my foot down on this one and letting you know that I'm going to try to stream every single day this week. Same time. Like we can try a different time if it's good for you guys. You let me know if there's a better time. But I'm making the commitment to you guys to become full-time streamer, full-time content creator once again. I already hired a YouTube editor and somebody that's going to help me out with thumbnails. So that's already done, and they start Monday. So I'm very excited about that. And hope you guys will keep on showing up, because we're going to be doing this every single day until we've got thousands of people watching concurrently in here once again, like we did have several years ago. So thank you so much, guys. I will see you again tomorrow. Have a great day, and